Hello and welcome to another Cliff Reviews Art House. This time I'm reviewing the film Joy, directed by Ben Taylor. So this is a film about the scientists that developed IVF techniques. And it is interesting, these people were pioneers and they made miraculous discoveries. The acting's really good in this film. Bill Nighy is excellent and all the other actors are good. But in terms of filmmaking, there's nothing that really stands out about this film. The film tells the story of this amazing development, which has helped many people to have children. It is very informative. I didn't know this history, so it's very interesting. And the film includes the religious controversy around it. I think even to this day, the Catholic Church still opposes use of IVF for pregnancy. The film also has the purpose of acknowledging the contribution of the nurse and embryologist on the team, Jean Purdy. This was a three-person team, but she didn't receive the same recognition as the scientist and the surgeon, and the film emphasizes her essential role in the development of IVF technology. The plaque on the hospital in Oldham where this research was done for many years didn't have Jean's name on it, but it has recently been added. She was the junior member of the team, but her colleagues had always thought that she should be credited. And the film helps, I think, in highlighting how important people can be written out of history because of status or gender. The film is a perfectly efficient vehicle for telling this story, but it's not remarkable as a work of filmmaking. It kind of plays the same role as a documentary, but the dramatization allows important scenes to be recreated. So creative license is used and the drama can be emphasized to make it more entertaining and engaging. For me, though, there is a question over whether this film does have enough emotional depth. I did find it somewhat moving in parts, but this is potentially a very moving story. There could have been a lot more emotion in the film. I think they definitely made the decision to underplay this aspect of it. I think it's interesting to compare it to the film One Life, starring Anthony Hopkins, about saving children from the Holocaust that I reviewed earlier this year. That film really laid on the emotions, which actually made it more entertaining and perhaps even enjoyable as a film. This film doesn't do the same thing. Look, if it had done it, I probably would criticize it for being over dramatic and over sentimental. I think it's interesting because I recognize that a film like this can get through to a much bigger audience than a documentary. And touching the emotions can help to leave an impression and help people engage with the film. I struggle a bit with the work of Ken Loach as filmmaking, because his films are fantastic at highlighting political problems in the UK. And perhaps they are much more effective at getting a message across than a documentary. But I always find them just a little bit overdramatic and obvious. So in a way, I think these films aren't made for me. But if they get a national release, I mean, after all, Joy is now on Netflix, then there's a much better chance of whatever issue is being covered will get a wider audience. I think that Joy appears to focus more on the historical facts rather than really creating a narrative with strong emotional depth. One thing I really liked about the film aesthetically was that when they were portraying the procedure that actually resulted in the first successful procedure in 1978, it included what looked like original footage. And I thought, wow, this is exciting, because aesthetically to have this kind of 1970s medical style footage inserted into the film, I thought they'd created that, and I thought visually that's really exciting. It turns out that they didn't create it. It is actually the original footage of that first procedure that resulted in the first IVF pregnancy. So it's not quite as exciting as if they'd made it, but aesthetically this did look really good. Overall, I did think that Joy was worth watching. It's informative and the acting performances are really good, but I did find it unremarkable filmmaking. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.